Stream. Hey, what is up? It is me, myself, and I right now. How's it going, everybody out there watching the beginning of the stream? Gonna wait until a few more people come in before I kick off the front. See if we get any extra participants or not. Before I really get into the meat. What's up, Ty Furious? How you doing, man? Cool stuff, man. Modeling groups are so cool. I'm in a few different build off groups and chats and stuff like that. It's really fun to see what all the people are making. Uh, Lots of them out there on the webs. Might just be you and me, Tiberius, hanging out right now. The beginning of the show. I'm gonna crack my barks. Barks, the one with bite. Oh, only got half my necklace out here. There we go. Got my memento mori, the old reminder that we all gotta die someday. And St. Christopher medallion that I got from family, like an heirloom. Soda cans always seem so small in my gigantic hands. Well, the fucking mosquito. There's this one mosquito in here. He's just been like lurking, trying to like get me when I'm not paying attention. Oh, Virgil's nice, nice. I haven't had a Virgil's. I don't think yet, but I see them sometimes in the stores. There was when I was talking about this like recently. There's this birch beer that I used to get with my homie, one of my best friends when I was like a little guy. Yeah, we used to get like birch beer and root beer and sarsaparilla from this like one like small company is where you could actually got like 4 packs and shit like that back in the day. I'm talking like 1992 or 91, like that long ago. But it was pretty tight. So I had to save it for a float. Oh man! And every time I come back from the grocery store, I like literally like for the last 2 times or 3 times I've come back from the grocery store, I've been speaking to Colleen and just like should have got vanilla because I can have a float. It's part of it, man. It's been cool though. It's been like my holdover while I haven't been doing this haven't been drinking. As you guys, if you see the Instagram stories, you see how I put the superimpose the laugh over the drink card because I haven't been drinking. It's been like a month and 10 days. It's been pretty cool. Um, Nothing crazy. I didn't like have a reason to really do it per se. Just general like need to look back upon my consumption habits and stuff like that. Like look at my diet too. I've been trying to look at my diet and I'm not getting any younger, but I don't want to get a whole lot older too fast. So that's kind of the plan. Cool. We got a handful of people watching right now. How you guys doing? Now I'm gonna say, hey, what's up? I'm Brian. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, fish in the sea and birds in the sky. Welcome to the KotoKai Workbench number 163. My name is Brian. Some people call me the Bro Builder. This is right there. Ow. This is my little tiny workspace that I have here in New Jersey. I'm doing this kind of like I haven't really had a drink in maybe like 6 years. Well, that's fucking great, bro. Any particular reason? No, here we are starting the show and I'm talking about shit with Ty. Yeah, welcome anybody out there watching. Please feel free to participate. Ask questions in the chat, comment on what's going on, start your own conversations. It's really cool. I have no issues with that at all. It's we're here to share and learn. What's up, Patty Cakes? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Get some carne asada. Nice, lurk away, my friend. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, it's been a minute. Hopefully we get a couple more other people that come through and hang out. If not, it's just gonna be me. I am working on the Porsche. I know that I said in past live streams I was gonna get magnets and then I was gonna start working on the Spartan. So I got the magnets. They're great. I don't even know if I showed them off before, but I got the magnets. They're tiny. But not quite as tiny as I would have thought in some ways. Yeah, so there's like so to get heart palpitations, nothing serious. Just decided I had enough for a few lifetimes, huh? I can understand that too. I was definitely getting to the point where it didn't really matter how much I drank. So, I was really taking the whole drink hard thing to an end, but it wasn't really like I was just drinking too much and just like this is pointless. So, and I'm not. I mean, I'm sure it was negatively affecting me health wise, and I have lost a little bit of weight, lost like maybe 10 pounds or something like that from like the bloat and all that shit. Anyway, that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about magnets, baby. How do they work? These little guys, just some types. I love that it's focusing on me, even though I have this stuff in the front. This is just like a stick of shoot. I don't know how many this is. Paul, how many do you think this is? How many magnets is this? They're like I think these ones are 3 by 1. Bill, but yeah. So I got all these magnets. But I've been working on the Porsche, and so I'm gonna keep working on the Porsche. So that's what I'm doing. Drinking all my friends at the table. I wasn't even like I was just like here. The thing is, for me and drinking is like I just sit here at the workbench and drink. Like on a weekend, especially, dude. I would just it's the weekend. Start like middle of the day drink through into the night, but drink like easily drink like a 10 pack, if not more. Before you get away from drinking beer and start drinking rum or bourbon. So take it easy, man. Yeah. Paul, you've done some breaks and shit, right? You used to do a crazy diet too.
For what? For, as far as what? I'm sorry.
Just for like, I was talking about how I wasn't haven't been drinking for a little while, and I had said that
Oh
you
yeah,
took a little bit of a break, or even like you did like a crazy diet for a little while, where you could only get
yeah.
a
I did.
certain.
Well, I did keto for I don't know, like 6 months maybe. So it
Yeah,
was no beer, only liquor. I don't know if that
right.
made things better or worse.
It was
Um,
whites though, right? It wasn't like browns.
yeah, yeah. I
So
just I just did like vodka soda or
yeah,
something along those lines.
that's a pretty healthy because soda has
Yeah.
no like sugars in it, right?
Soda water. Yeah, I would do soda water like a Lacroix or a
Yeah,
Polar or something like that.
yeah.
And I mean, all alcohol has a little sugar in it, but yeah, I like probably over the last couple of years, my drinking habits have greatly changed. I would say the frequency has changed for me. Like
Gotcha.
I am now at the point where it's like, hey, once every 2 months, like I'm gonna go out with my friends and we're gonna go hard for one. It's no longer like a crazy late night. It's not like I'm drinking until 2 o'clock in the morning, like
Right.
back in the old days. But I'm gonna, enjoy myself for the day.
Yeah.
But like when I was at one point in my life, probably pre-kid, it was especially that way. Like 4 nights a week, it was not drink till I throw up type thing or anything like that. But I
No,
was
no,
gonna have a
no.
couple of drinks at least.
That's the thing. You rarely get sick. Don't even hardly get
Right.
like. Don't even. Well, you mean you'll get drunk. Like obviously, like you can get tipsy. Listen to some of those podcasts where I've been having like a few bourbons before we start because like takes Julio
Yeah.
45 minutes to show up to the recording, and then we do 40 minutes of B-roll. Anyway, but yeah, I bet too. Yeah, being young, and I'm not exactly young. I just feel young, and I kind of look a little bit
Yeah.
young.
Now it's more about for me like work, like more than anything.
Mhm.
Having to talk to people the next day, it's like before I was
Sure.
like doing my own thing. So I was like, I'll deal with this hangover for like an hour and then I'll be all good.
Right,
Go get a
right.
Gatorade and whatever. But now it's like, oh, people are gonna ask me like questions all day, and I
Hmm.
just don't function. And that has nothing to do with like I'm not talking being hammered. I'm even talking like having 2 drinks before bed. You just wake up like that
Gotcha.
without that clarity, like that
So
groggy feeling of like,
here's the thing. I used to fucking just have was so regular with my habit that I never had that or very rarely had that in the next day. So it would have to be like I would have had to like at MFCA the first night when I was there hanging out with everybody and like getting to know people and like it was south down by Philadelphia. The drinks were cheap, so I was just like drinking a lot. And it was
Yeah.
lots and lots. And then we went to the hospitality suite, and it was even more. We were drinking like Hennessy and like all sorts of
Whew.
crazy shit. Yeah, it was crazy, just straight, and for hours and hours and hours. And the next day, I did feel a little bit off. It was a little like needed a hair of the dog kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do when I start getting drunk is to drink. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah, then they start going down like water, and that's
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
So
It's just you kind of it's nowhere near as frequent, like I said, as it used to be. I also like I don't drink to cover anything up. Like, some people are like come home from and they're like, "Oh, what a rough day. I got to have
right.
something to drink." That's not me. Like it does not turn bad days into good days or anything like that. Like it doesn't affect my emotional state. It's just more of like
Right.
I'm gonna chill. Like I'm gonna
Oh
hang
yeah,
out. Like I'm gonna have a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
of drinks. Like
Yeah,
I'm
no, and
not.
that's the same. That's the exact same deal too. Like I obviously I like to drink. I do really enjoy a good cordial. They're fantastic, especially a
Oh,
well-made drink. Ooh, it's so
whew.
very good. And then just like it just gets to being where you can just drink too much. So, but not feel it. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that's the deal. Also, not having it like be a dependent thing, like be like just stopping and being like fine with stopping is fantastic because you always kind of worry, like having been, you know, really haven't had a break, an honest break from drinking since like 2007. I don't know, like a long time, right? Of just like hanging out and having fun and just whenever, like skateboarding with the crew. When I did the
Yeah.
skateboarding stuff, we were always at the bar and shit because we're a bunch of like late 20-year-olds. And it's, of course, you're going to go out to the
Right.
bar after you go skateboarding or whatever and just like working at the metal shop and going out to the bar after the metal shop and like that whole thing. It's just part of the culture with a lot of the different avenues of life that I
Yeah.
pursued. I don't have that right now. So I don't go out to bars. And so like I'm just drinking at home and it's really easy to just be like, don't.
Yeah. You know, it was like COVID, like when it was like straight up lockdown.
Oh yeah.
So those first I don't know, like 2 or 3 months,
Uh,
uh for work, they put us on 410s, like to kind of split people up some more, like you take
yeah.
off Wednesday, you take off. So at the time I was already like pretty high up, so I got to pick whatever day. So I took Friday off.
Right.
So my wife and I had Friday off. So, and you couldn't go anywhere
Anywhere.
anyway, right?
Yeah.
So there's a couple of breweries right by my house, and now they like a lot of their business was on you going there. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't they didn't distribute a whole lot. It was really, you
Sure.
go to the brewery, have a couple of beers. So they started just doing pickups. Like you would just drive up and like order something on the phone, and they would bring it
They
out
do
to you. That's
like
all they could do, right?
growlers or did they do what were they
Yeah, no,
doing?
growlers, or they have their own cannery, so they would do like the
Oh,
four
cool.
tall boys.
Mhm.
Especially the one that we like the most. They were also doing like experimental stuff because they couldn't do big batches. So it was like there's no point in doing like the stuff like making 7,000 cans of this because we really can't get rid of it anyway. So we'll do smaller batches of like weirder things, like experimental type things. So anyway, we would like leave work on a Thursday, stop and pick up a bunch of beer, and then like run into Walgreens and get some booze. And
Right.
we would like clean the whole house Thursday night, like all the chores, like do the laundry, mop the floors, bleach everything. And then we would
Uh-huh.
just Friday morning, you wake up and not in the morning, but by
Yeah.
12, 1 o'clock, you're
Midday,
like,
whatever.
all right,
Yeah.
well, let's set up the blow up pool and drink beer outside. So it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like nothing crazy, but and especially not I stopped really at that point being like a late night out kind of person, but
Yeah.
we're just gonna, or I couldn't like go see friends or anything, so we would play
Right.
Call of Duty and
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
because what else are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Dude, for pandemic, I got laid off. Like, obviously we
Yeah,
couldn't go anywhere and then I got laid off. And so I was, drawing unemployment and doing my thing. I stayed at the workbench. People that watch the live streams know this. Like I was live streaming 4 days a week, if not
yeah,
five. And then, weekends and shit doing critical builds, which is on its way back. which is so much fun. And it was great because I really, really needed that, like for my soul, to be able
Yeah.
to just chill at the bench, make some cool shit, hang out with all you cool people, and like fucking, yeah, just like play with my robots.
Well, that like was your social interaction, right? Like you know,
That's all you get.
that replaced like even when I would go to work, I wouldn't talk to anyone really. Like everything would
Yeah.
be through email or phone call. You
Mhm.
know, if someone stopped by, they would like stand in your doorway and like
Yeah.
you'd be like, hey, everything
You want
good?
the, yeah, 6 to whatever feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like even when you like, even if you were like, hey, me and my buddy, like we're both negative, I'd love to go hang out. Where are we gonna go? Like you can't go to a bar, you can't even go to like
Yeah.
a restaurant. Like I'm not
Mm-mm.
gonna sit in the parking lot. You know, you can come over to my house, but like,
Right. Right. Yeah.
so you know, the way to hang out, like we would do, I would do like group FaceTimes, and we would have a couple of drinks. It's just like, this is what
Dude.
we can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Even with like where I with the company that I'm working with now, we would do on like the guy that is kind of running the show. We're all like we're all partners. So, but the guy that's really like the brainchild of it all, he brainchild, whatever, you know what I mean. He would host these like events, daily, weekly, and just people would hang out, have a smoke, have a drink, bullshit, just kind of like share what's going on, and yeah, it's interesting. I've jumped in a couple of times, but it has so many other outlets, like you're saying, like just having that social.
Streaming, yeah. I mean, yeah, I remember when we would do streams at that point, I was definitely like, it was Thursday night and I didn't have work Friday. So, yeah,
Yeah,
like, I'm not
yeah,
going to have to drink till midnight, whatever.
yeah, long
What
streams,
else?
dude.
What else do I have to do?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I just lifestyle now is just a little different. And, you know, I pick my spots now. I'll say that. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, I'm like, oh, babysitter, we're going out.
I No kids, man. I have no issues with that at all.
Yeah.
We don't go out. That's the deal. Like, is it my birthday? Yeah, maybe we'll go out. Like, that's like it. We don't. Not
Yeah.
even going out. Yeah, but it's just part of getting old. Old.
We went out,
Old man.
man, what was it like out. I mean, when I say go out, I don't mean like go to, you know, like the local sports bar. I mean like out, like, you know, the whole night. But last year, before Christmas, my work had like our Christmas party. So we go to the Christmas party, you know, it's fine. Like you schmooze with everybody, say hi, you know, you get like 2 drinks maybe. But we had a babysitter for the whole night. So we're like, well, you know, let's say we're leaving and it's 9 o'clock, give or take. What are we gonna do now? So we ended up going out. We actually went to downtown Delray, where your
Mhm.
in-laws have the place, and it's
Yeah.
all like bars, is the whole strip, and we ended up staying
Wow.
out to like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, drinking. It was the first time I had done that, and I couldn't, like, especially out, like not just,
Hmm.
oh, I happened to stay up late at my house, but
Yeah, or up late with the homies or whatever.
yeah. But
Whatever.
I mean, it was fun, but at the same time, I was like, I see why I don't do this. Like, it's not really for me anymore.
Yeah, I
Like,
can
just
agree
seeing
to
what
that.
people were ordering, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, you can get that at a bar? Like, what is that? Nobody drinks that, right? You guys don't drink that, do you?
I don't even know.
Yeah, it was all, I mean, it was all like, I don't know, let's say under 28-year-olds.
Sure.
And especially there was a lot of people that were probably like, you know, 21 to 25. Like, I would say that was probably most of the crowd. So I was like, there was a dude wearing a crop top, but I'm pretty sure he was straight. I was like, what is this? Is this a thing? Is this
Did
a
in the
fashion
80s.
thing? Like,
Did in the 80s.
yeah, I mean, but like, I've never seen anyone wear it to like a nightclub. Like, I was like, man, when I was in my early 20s, you like, they wouldn't let you in with that.
Oh, dude. No, like when I first came to the city, certain clubs would be like, you have to have, I know your shoes cost $500, but they're
Yeah.
not expensive enough for you to get in here.
Right. You
Kind of
definitely were
shit.
not getting in without like a collared shirt for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So anyway,
Ridiculous. No jeans. Doesn't matter how expensive the jeans are. No
yeah,
jeans.
no
Like,
jeans.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy shit. That's right. I'm more of a hole in the wall bar kind of guy anyhow.
Yeah, me too. I
see what
either
we
want to
got.
hear like good live music or it be quiet.
Or they gotta have good food, or they gotta have all of the things except the
Yeah.
good live music, quiet people eating food. That's
If you
good.
have a
Fun.
piano and it's dark in there, like you're way up on the list. Stuck at
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. What's up, CB? Good to see you. And Chris Collins and Michael and Julius Dembski and that was CB before. What's up? Suck at work. How
I
it
just got
goes.
off at like 8:45. That's why I was a couple minutes late. It was a
That's
day.
okay. Thanks for showing up. You're all good. No stress. This ain't that
One
kind of show,
Thursday a
man.
month, man. One Thursday a month is always hell.
It's like meetings and shit, or what?
Yeah, it's one Thursday a month. We have a council meeting. So
Right on.
I gotta show my face most of the time.
Yeah, I know. So what are you working on?
So all of the Shiki is clear coated. I had a little clear coat mishap. I'll explain in a minute. So I got to pin wash it and put some decals on. I might assemble some of it just because I always like to put decals on when things are a little bit assembled, because then it helps me like visualize like where this is actually going,
Yeah. Right.
compared to like sometimes like if it's too small of a part, I'm like which way is which way is this gonna go? Or is it gonna be seen if I put the decal here? So I have my clear coat. I don't remember why I did this. Like I don't remember if the bottle broke or what the deal was. Anyway, I put it in this little jar, and then I forgot that I had already thinned it.
Oh.
So
you thinned it again?
I thinned it again. Yeah. And then like
it
was just like water. I was like, oh man. So luckily it was on like I always tend to do like a part that anytime I'm painting, like the first spray is always on like the back of something or on like the side of a pot, like something that's, because you never know, like maybe you thought you cleaned the brush and you didn't, and or something, I generally clean the brush like just about every time I use it, but I especially like clears. I've done that a handful of times where I cleared something and forgot, and when you look at it, you're like, oh no, it's all good, like it's clear.
You pour something in it and you go to push the trigger down, and
it doesn't really move.
It just fucking, or it just sticks. Or it's hard and it doesn't move at all. It seized and you're like, oh Christ. Field stripping time. Clear all the paint out.
It's not fun. I luckily it didn't really ruin anything, thank God, but because I basically just blasted straight thinner. At that point it's double thinned.
As long as it doesn't melt whatever the fuck
it did. I like right away wiped it. I was like, no.
I would leave it. I would just be like, hands off, just like let it evaporate. Just let it settle.
Back of product, like back of the part. I was like,
okay.
Let me see. Like, like with paint, especially the more opaque the paint is, when you mix, you can, like I always did I drag it up whatever I'm mixing in, and you can kind of see by how it falls. Like, all right, I got the right, consistency.
Like you're talking about wine or something.
Yeah, but like on clear, it's a little harder because you can't really see it. And like I said, I forgot that. That's probably why I put it in this glass. I was like, oh, let me thin it so that I can just use it instead of having to mix it. I should probably write thinned on the I have, that's the sad part. I have, as you can see, I just didn't put thinned. Like, oops.
No, because mine is this is pre-mixed, so this was already thinned. I sprayed it and it did it was all right. I think I thinned it too much. I'm gonna add a little bit to it, body.
And so I use mainly lacquers, and people are always like, oh, what's the ratio? Like 2 to 1, 2.5 to 1,
roughly,
whatever. And
depending.
Right, it depends. And on top of it depends, as long as you're somewhat close, you can play with like pressure and the trigger to get a desired result. Right? So if it's too thin, let's just say, like if you just don't blast your airbrush and you lay it
Right.
down a little gentlier, more
Yeah.
gently,
Or gently. Yeah,
um,
I missed that shit.
it'll still come out about the same way. If if you don't thin enough, I mean, that's a little harder, but you can, use a little more
Dude.
pressure and hold the part a little further away.
You
And
have to be careful. So the first time I have a good story about this was working on the Briegel back in the day, and I was using clear acrylic clears or rattle can clears, like Mister out of the rattle can. Got some gloss Mister to spray through the airbrush. Put it in the airbrush, not thinking about needing to thin it at all. Just straight in the airbrush, and I sprayed it on this chrome thing. It was acrylic chrome, but it was chromy metallic, and the shit came out like spider webs
yup.
all over the surface. It looked like it had like all these growths of spider webs all over it. It was the most horrendous thing, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I just fucking like leaned in real hard and was just like really putting it on. It just was this whole horrible mess. And I realized after that I had what I had done wrong. And so progressed forward using the proper techniques. However, the way that I amended that was to take some leveling thinner and a regular ass like painter's
Yeah.
like watercolor paintbrush and just like basted that shit on and melted the clear coat onto
Back
the
onto
and
it.
it worked.
Yeah. Sorry. When I say like issues with thinning too, I mean, like if let's say what a perfect thinning ratio would be like 2.5 to 1 for whatever paint.
Yeah.
If you're at, what I mean by that is like if you're at 2.2 to 1, it's not gonna like generally make or break
Yeah.
you being able to paint with it. So, but I think like a lot of people think it's like some exact
Oh,
science where we all have our like volumetric dispensers out going like
you
2.5.
can, but
You could, but I
yeah,
mean,
it's
like I
more
said,
generalizations. Yeah.
right. And
Even like,
a little
yeah,
trigger discipline and you can actually go a pretty long
yeah, you
way.
can work around some things. Like I make this acrylic thinner out of butoxyethanol retarder and flow improver, and it's like a ratio. But I make this whole big ass bottle of it, and I know that there's a lot of these numbers on the side, but it's like, it's like 6 ounces of butoxyethanol
Yeah.
and like an ounce of retarder, and then like 3/4 of an ounce of reducer or something like that, or not reducer, but flow improver.
Yeah. No, I say
But
this
yeah,
with lacquers too. Like I'm just using either Mr. Color or Gaia, like, and
right.
then depending on what it is. But yeah, they're I don't know. I find them to be a little more forgiving in ratio than other
Yeah, and if you
things.
over like paints, like if you overthin like a lacquer, as long as the paint doesn't break, if it's any paint, even acrylics, as
Right.
long as the paint doesn't break and you don't lose like the constitution doesn't break down into its like particulates, then and still we got its binder and everything, then you just have to add more coats, you know. And
Right.
actually, I kind of prefer to do that. I can talk about a little bit about what I'm working on right now today. Right before I started the show, I started doing my glow up on this is the underbody of the Porsche. It has
Uh-huh.
it's supposed to be painted the same color as the upper body. It's just the way it is. This part is the same color. So
Yeah.
I did a whole shitload of swatches to figure out what my color is. And to do that color procedure that I want to do, I have to do it like this. So I want to try and do it as a metallic candy under, but because it's a metallic over, it's kind of moot and it just is like, so here we are. But yeah, doing this is just super duper thin down acrylic with extra not reducer, retarder in it to slow down the drying time to make sure that the paint has a chance to flow a little bit more. And just like all trigger discipline, because it's all teeny tiny little,
Hmm.
like this shit is like tiny.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I feel like it's pretty good. Like the it looks like it has a little bit of a glow to it, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then when I lay down the color on top of it, which is metallic kiwi lime paint, uh, it's this one.
Yeah, it's a good look. I like that.
Yeah, see that acrylic glow up, baby. So yeah, it's hard to read because let's see, my ring light is warm. So if I make it, that's the natural color. get a little bit more of an idea. So it is
Mm.
kind of like still kiwi. It does have a little bit. I did the. This is gonna be so subtle you're probably not gonna be able to tell. Yeah. So this is the OG, and then this is the different one. So you can see tonally, it's very subtly different. The top one
Yeah.
is, and that's the color I went with. The difference is I'm using this Mission Models Kiwi. Oh, that's really blowing everything out, isn't it?
What was the base that was different on the two of those?
The base is the same. So that's how you do it. There is no the difference in base is like from the glow up is like these two. So one is the Moto metallic underneath, which is the bottom one, and then the
Uh-huh.
acrylic glow up is the top, and it's just brighter. You know, the top.
Yeah, like if anything, it picks up the light a little better on like like the concave part. Like
Yeah,
it gives it
yeah.
like a nice little, almost like a little bit of a yellow tint,
Well,
like on the
yeah,
color on the light hitting part, which is I think it's
yeah.
cool. I think that looks
I
really
think
nice.
that is part to do with the highlighting that I did underneath because it
Yeah,
has that same haze, black, brown, black, not
right.
brown, black, purple haze, whatever comes up.
That'll look great
Um,
on the Porsche though, especially like those front where like the headlights, like that
yeah,
hip that it has to it, like because
yeah.
it'll pick up
Well,
all the shine on there. I think that'll look nice.
I got some all clad, and I fucked around with that, and so I got some all clad lime, candy lime. Yeah, candy lime, some base, some gloss base, some stuff like that to do their technique. So I applied my different techniques, which is the acrylic glow up, the Moto armor iron, and then I did Moto as well. So I did the Moto under chrome for candy paint. And the acrylic glow up with the lime looks like this, which is pretty good. It's nice and
Mm-hmm,
smooth.
mm-hmm.
That their lacquers are super duper smooth. Um, it looks like the same color as the little SD Neo Xeon I did. So
Okay.
if you want to know what color that exactly looks like, the Moto and the candy lime looks like that, which is actually not bad, right?
No, it is cool. Yeah,
Right? It is pretty
darker,
good.
but it's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes, it's a lot. Well, I mean, it's and this bright light like this doesn't really show it super well because it is brighter, but here you can see a little bit better there. You can still
Yeah,
see the color in it. All right, and then the all clad, which I think I did a little too dark,
yeah,
but the all clad candy like does look pretty nice for what it is. But it is deep, deep candy.
I don't know. I think like on Porsches, like the closer to like a pastelly color, just
That's what
looks a
I was
little
thinking
cool.
too.
Like you don't usually see them in like those deep
Yeah,
candies. Like you see them in
and
like more vibrant colors.
even though these colors here look really nice, yeah, this isn't the vibe I'm going for, and it's a little bit too close to what I did with the Nova. So, because
Mm-hmm.
that was that was more like an emerald
Right.
candy, or like an emerald metallic flake kind of. But yeah, so I did definitely want to go more of that kind of pastelly neon kind of. What's up, Thomas Denton? Is it over a gloss black? Some are. So the acrylic is all matte. So that's just the regular black primer. I use Mr. 50.
Oop, you muted.
Sort of. I bumped my microphone. When I bump my
Ah,
microphone, it fucking does something. So I gotta make sure my.
here, hold on. I'm gonna show you what I mean by color.
Yeah.
Can you see that? You see like
Yeah.
it's bright. It's not like that, like a foresty green, and it's not too pearly. It's kind of like a flat color, but this should be the same
Yeah, that'll be
model
actually very
Porsche, the
similar
same
to what
the
I'm doing.
930. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you see a lot of them in like
Actually,
that
it's a 911.
style.
This is an 88
Yeah,
911.
so
But yours,
911 is like the model of the car. 930 is like the generation.
got you. Okay.
So like a 964 came after this, and then a 993 and a 996, 997, so forth.
Gotcha.
But they're all 911s.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
this
so it'll
one.
be.
you can see like it actually says like 911, but it's the same body style. It's a 930.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, yeah, exactly. The colorway that's on the box is that one right there.
This one, yeah.
That like candy apple red or whatever, or
Yep, yep.
Corvette red or whatever it is. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you get to see some darker looking ones, or I think this is. I don't think this is definitely not a stock body color, but nonetheless.
Right. Yeah, no, that's the idea. It's not to be. Michael asks if it was over gloss black, and I'm going to say yes and no. So, no, in the fact that the acrylic is done over just this 1500 black, and then that's done in the same way that I showed you on the bottom of the chassis, where it's black, and then I just paint up with the old. That is, I gotta get a new cable. That is just like it happens during the podcast sometimes, and when it does happen, then we have to reset because it
Yeah.
fucks everything up.
What was I saying?
Yeah, it's the dumbest. It's really the dumbest. I gotta be more careful. But yeah, so
What
I'm
up,
using
Julio?
white. Yeah, I saw Julio out there. What's up, Slacker? This is the Tim Gore's Bloodlines from Createx Old Bone White. Can't see it anymore because it's all worn off. It's my go-to. I love that shit. I've used bottles and bottles and bottles of it. But then that's what I use for that. The one that I call Moto is this. This is the old bottle of it, but I have 3 new bottles of it. This is their T20 or T024 spray consistency iron armor color, and it's that metallic color, and you can see it is basically empty in there. So that's fine. I got 3 more bottles of that shit. That went directly on top of that same matte primer. Nothing done. I didn't polish the primer. You can polish primer with sandpaper. I didn't do that shit at all. The third one is the all clad, and that all clad was primed, but then on top of that I sprayed this. You can't see it because it's shiny. It says gloss black base on it. This is the all clad. Yeah. So it's gloss black base, and then over that gloss black base went this bright silver candy base. Also,
they have so many cool, like subtlety. Like, if you look at their catalog, like they got like 7,000 metallics. It's crazy. And some of them are just so slightly different from one another, but they come out so great.
Yeah, I got this to try it out. I got this stainless steel, which is very, very similar to the iron armor.
Yeah, color. You know what else I like quite a bit from them? They have a black microfiller primer.
I saw that
works really nice, especially like so you do that first, then a gloss black, and then the metallic. Because obviously, like the metallic is going to pick up any light imperfection, even like sanding marks. It's going to pick up really bad. Like, so it's good stuff. It's just like really thick, like really thick. But it's good stuff. I like their stuff. It's just a little less common than some of the other brands.
Thomas Sten, can you hand paint with it? I don't. I suppose you could.
Yeah, it's really thin though, because
it's very thin. It's meant for airbrushes. I don't even have to thin it. I don't do anything to it. I just look at this guy. Give him a little shit.
There he is. The Alkalad stuff too. Their metallics. You have to like. They're not touchy. I don't want to say, but like you have to spray like at a certain angle and keep the part moving. Like they're a little more finicky than like like Mr. Color or something else, like a Gaia even. Like you have to, especially if you're looking for like a really shiny, like I have the shiny aluminum and the chrome, you have to get like a really high gloss black, and you have to like you have to lay like a certain amount of paint on there to make it look like chrome. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, you gotta like mist it and then let it sit for several minutes, and then go back and then kind of mist it again in the same even pattern.
Right.
And let it dry again and observe it, and then add more depending on if you don't, and then but you have to watch out because
that like the angle you hold the brush at compared to the part. Like if you go from let's say 45 to 90, it'll change how flat or
what you're. If for one, you're changing the shape of the cone because of the shape of the part hitting the particle, so it's either going like this, and it's also probably depending on where you are from it. You're doing the old slide trombone, because you can haze chrome so easy just by a little too much.
Yeah, I used a whole bunch of it when I did the camphor. I think I used almost all alkali metallics on the inside. They
That's
were, I mean, they lay down
fantastic.
beautiful. Like, but yeah, they're you one don't get much in the bottle, and two, they're like I said, they can be
Yeah.
depending on what the finish is a little more finicky than some of the other ones.
Yeah, they come like this thing comes. You
Yeah,
can see
and
the red one.
that's
It's
thinned
spherical.
already, so that's
Yeah.
not you're not multiplying that by 2.5 to 3.
Nope. Yeah. So that's another thing too. I would blow through that entire green bottle just doing the body of the Porsche, I assume. So, um, however, this stuff you thin like
Yeah,
crazy. So I even pre-thinned. I have a little. I guess some better jars. So I have that like pre-thinned, pre-made, in this little like. This is actually like you can't unscrew it. It's child safety, so it seals like that good, and you can just crack it open. It's a little glass jar. Got a handful of them. CB says he loves the AK metallics, and that is what I was going to actually talk to Tom Stanton about once we got finished with what we were chatting about. That the AK stuff is really, really good for brushing metallics. Ammo MIG stuff is okay as well. They're like squeezy ones, but I've heard really good things about the AK paints for brush painting. I just got a bunch of Scale 75. I've talked about this a handful of times before. I'll talk about it again. They're pretty cool, and I can't wait to start using them for brush paint. So it's gonna be fun. And Candace, what's up? How you doing?
What's up, Candace?
You can see Julio, little body, big hands.
Little body, big hands.
he's
Grab
like,
myself.
It's like little body, big. Ah!
that's my
It's like
strong
Dark,
hand.
It's like Dark Souls 3. This is strong hand. Nice. Oh yeah, no, it's like Dark Souls 3 and the fuck is it? The capital, profane capital with the fucking hands, the hand babies, with the mouths, all the teeth in the palm of their hand, the hand
No,
heads,
thank you.
their weird
Hand
little baby,
babies.
weird giant baby bodies. Candace is pretty good, chilling like a villain, macking and illin.
Wow.
Final key. I understand.
Finally, after like 2 weeks of bad work.
Sounds like you're going mad.
What are you doing, Julio?
Hey, Brandon.
You sanding still?
No.
Brandon said, "Hey, Julio," before, but
What's up, Brandon? I got the whole seam down. Big ass.
oh, finally.
9-inch
Let's
seam.
say it was like 4 sanding sticks later.
Yeah, dude. OD. It's all solid.
Oh, yo, and it's got that
Yeah.
it's got that
And it's
like leftover line from the seam. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Just gotta wait till
Fucking
I
sword.
prime it to see if it'll pop or not. The only thing is, I think I squished it too much, and now the sword is tight in here.
Oh,
You know, I
You know
don't
what I
think
mean?
that's a real problem.
Put an extra stitch in.
You don't want it to be loose, man.
you might I
Might
want to
sand
take that
this
down. Yeah, might sand that down a little bit.
Yeah,
There.
sand this down.
Yep.
We definitely don't want it to scratch the paint when it put it back in.
Nope.
Right?
Could,
Well, that is kind of that's nerve wracking, even when it's not tight.
Yeah, dude.
how thick is that blade material?
Probably like 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters.
Could you remake it out of plate?
Yeah, I could.
Like remake the flat part, just make it out of a thinner plate that isn't quite so like make it like out of a mill. If it's a mill and a half, make it out of like mill plate or something. You don't even have to put the chamfer on it. It doesn't fucking matter, does it?
I like the chamfer.
Then put the chamfer on it. I mean, I'm just saying.
Do it.
Chris just says you should. Chris says you just need to spit on it.
Oh yeah, you gotta lick it before you stick it.
No.
Oh, classic.
Julio, when you were turned
Classic.
around, like I was looking, I was like, "Is he not wearing a hat?" I don't know if I've ever seen him without a hat on. It looked like he had like a fro.
I got this
like
fucking
the 80s, like,
bomb
fucking
ass hat.
fro.
Yeah, Julio's got the rocking the what is that?
Zooted.
The zooted hat.
Get zooted.
Oh, hey, babe. Okay, we got.
Hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna. Everybody says hi. You lay down there.
I like her little meat.
Okay. Yeah, she goes, mate, and then she bit me now because I showed her off. She didn't like that, so she gave me a little love
Candace
bite.
got a fat zucchini.
Zucchini thumb, she says.
I'm just taking zucchini.
That's why she always stays at home.
Hard to get around with it.
Of course.
Yeah, I built a new shoulder.
And
I like it.
yeah, I like it too. It looks good.
Yeah.
What is it made out of?
Plastic.
Excess parts. I think this
Okay.
is a Birolint. Like it's the
Oh,
front
nice.
skirts of the Birolint.
It looks like
Okay.
that, like the kind of samurai shoulder
Yeah,
armor
dude.
look.
Got to give it that theme. You got a fucking 10-inch blade.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
Would
this
it-
thing at like real scale? It would be like 3 stories tall.
Yeah.
Just the
Gigantic.
blade, dude.
Just the blade.
Fucking wild. This is a human.
Brandon
Dude.
says, "What standard am I using to hold the car body?" It is the Tamiya multi-stand set. Comes with the roundabout, like a round. What do I call it? Turntable. There you go. A raised turntable, and then a raised. Oh, she's just the most adorable cat right now.
Mhm.
And then this thing with the little springy clamps that you can adjust. You can find it anywhere. It costs about $15. I want to say.
$1 million.
Not even. I have a kitty literally holding both my hands, so I have to.
Really?
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can just search it, Brandon. Sorry. Oh, I know. Sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry. Ah, she got me. She's like, how dare you? How dare you let go of my foot? You're unacceptable. So demanding.
Stupid human.
Ow. What? You little nerd. You're such a little nerd. Go on. Get out of here, you little punk. Ugh. She's a little funky. She's only been around for like a week and a half, so I'm not too mad at her. She's still trying to figure it out. Nothing. I was petting her. Yeah, exactly. She's just being her. I'm not mad at her. She's fine.
Just funny.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get her a buddy?
Maybe. She's not super social. I mean, she was in the fact that she had to she was at a shelter or whatever, or like it was Catsbury Park down in Asbury Park, like a cat rescue place. Yo, this craziest thing related to the cat stuff is that place got called in to help rescue what was it, like kind of a hoarder situation where there was like 20 or 30 cats in a 1-room apartment.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, it looks real good, Julia.
Right?
Oh, cool. Once it focused, I could see that there was like some pleating in that outer detail.
Yeah. It's not focused. Oh.
There you go. Is that so? Did those come that way with that little pleated part on there?
Yeah. This is part of the Birolint.
I made a Birolint.
Yeah,
I
you did.
fucked it up. I fucked it way up. So
I chopped up the original shoulder to make it. I still got
Nice.
pieces of it. Yeah.
Nice. That's good shit, man.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh no, yeah,
Not stock.
different. She's...
Oh, there it goes. Pieces of it ripped up.
Oh, cool. Are you sure you didn't just take that off of Bionicle?
They're actually making a decent video game for Bionicles that's coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
Back to say
One
hi.
of my
again.
cats, when we got him, didn't want anything to do with me. Now, if I don't pet him before bed, he will meow now and stop outside my bedroom door.
Hey, you know.
My cat used to, every night, she had to lay on my shirt and suck on my t-shirts before she would go to bed.
Oh, you told me about that.
Like,
Yeah, she would like put it like in her
Yeah.
in her mouth and like chew. on- Yeah.
And then she wouldn't come, like the that didn't. But I had to make kissy noises to her.
Oh yeah.
And then she would walk around the house and go and follow me around the house.
Nice.
Fucking cat.
It's pretty awesome.
cow's cat steals all their shoes and then brings them into the hallway, piles them up.
My dog does that, man. The Frenchie, he gets like super excited when you come home, and whatever he can first grab in his mouth, he bites and runs away with it. So if like it's a shoe, if it's like whatever you have in your hands, anything, he just like bites it and runs away.
It's like,
Mine.
gotcha, bitch. Just...
Oh,
man,
doing stupid.
Let's see. Here we go. Brandon says he's getting back into building models again now that his little guy's grown up enough to be in a crib.
Yeah, buddy.
It's good shit, man.
Yeah, I'm using these excess Zaku tubes. It's piping on this. I just have no way to attach them on the inside.
Sure you do.
It's a
have
garbage
styrene?
design.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like,
think about it. If you were a Gundam, you just go around the battle and just pull everyone's fucking energy cables, and you don't even have to kill them. They're just oh, now you can't do shit.
No more legs. So like, it doesn't attach, or I can't attach it to anything in here that I know I can see.
Yeah, you have to add something to it. You have to add a point for it to go into.
Yeah.
So you need to make a socket. You need some styrene.
I got styrene.
You got round styrene. You got tubes.
Yeah, I do got tubes.
You got tube styrene. You got tube styrene the same diameter.
Probably.
Interior diameter, that is that thing, or slightly smaller, just so they can squeeze in there.
I think so.
'Cause if you don't, I do. I just went and dropped a whole heap of pennies on styrene from AAA Hobbies. So.
Styrene.
Yeah.
I got lots of it.
There you go.
These are all flat. Oh, there we go. That's the tubing.
Here's a weird flex.
Can I have some, Brian? Shit. Fuck.
What size do you need?
All of them!
No, that's not how it works.
Come on, man.
I can give you a section of tube to use because you only need like
I really do have a lot.
this much.
A lot of them are flat, though. I got it a lot for detailing.
Of course, it's fantastically valuable. You can add all sorts of vernier style details with all the flats and all that. Oh, cool! You get some of the architectural grade too. Nice.
Yeah.
You got a fair amount.
Yeah. Just sitting here.
It's good stuff, man. Yeah, totally tubular, Matthias. Yeah, CB8 is a stash. I've been scratch building and doing stuff, as you guys have seen, with the DeLorean, and so yeah, I realized that I needed to kind of like fill in some of the areas that I was kind of lacking, and I needed to restock on some stuff that
I still got a bunch of this flat plate that Brandon sent me.
hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Use this stuff.
I started like going the crazy route and going on Amazon.
Yeah.
And I got it like this.
Jesus.
Damn. God damn. Shit.
So it's like 0.5 mil, 1 mil, 2 mil. It's like some of it is like thick.
Yeah, it's thick as hell, dude.
Because like I do a lot of crazy scratch building shit, and some of it is like 0.5 mil. It's thin. That'll show up on there. Very thin. And then 1 mil, and then you can buy it by by the pack. They're not expensive
Yeah.
when you break it down. Like I used to buy those evergreen multi-packs because I was like, I don't know what I need to buy. And they're good to start with, especially if you don't know what the heck you're going to need to buy. Because it gives you a selection of odds and ends and cutoffs. So if it's not a thing that you're familiar with, like I have a whole huge background in metal fabrication and construction and all this stuff for my whole life. So it's a little different. I look at parts a little bit differently. And a lot of the guys out here, a lot of you guys out there are watching this, now or later hire the same deal. You've worked in whatever, you're just handy. Yeah. So you kind of get it. But just like, that's the same deal. You can build anything. Have,
I got hands.
if you have a plan.
Big hands.
Big hands.
Let's see. Yeah. Titanium hobby knife is great. I added this to it.
Strappy thing.
Yep. Still doing good. I have so many hobby knives. I really like this one, so it only gets brought out for special occasions. But yeah, if you're here, pole position right in front of the tool display. McMaster Carr sells some pretty big sheets. Yes, McMaster Carr sells a lot of crazy shit. I used to get ultra high molecular weight oil impregnated polyethylene pucks, or not pucks, but sticks from them. So I would buy like 16 inches of like a 4-inch rod of like ultra high molecular weight UHMWPE. And I would cut that then on the metalworking stuff at the shop, and I would cut that into pucks. Because that's where I got into pucks. Nice for you.
Yeah.
The pucks, and then I would make slide gloves, or for my slide gloves that I had, because I was used to do power sliding. Hard wheels, turn your shit sideways, put your hands on the ground. Hey, what up, Devin? Cerulean Project up in the house.
Put your hands on my eyes, see.
Just wish the cab was wider. Oh yeah, it is a little bit, but you know what? It works really well with the other blades that I have, so it's fantastic. What was I saying? We're talking about styrene sheets, buying styrene sheets. You can,
super polyethanol sheets, oil.
No. Yeah. No. That was just ultra high molecular weight. Oil impregnated polyethylene. So it wears. They use them, and we also use them for actually. I use a big portion of a couple of those things to make roller guides for a mono wheel that we made as like an art installation.
That's cool.
So we scratch fabricated a mono wheel, like an old timey one with like pedals and gear, and this thing like spun around you in a circle over your body. Set up at the local hardware store. People come in and ride on it. It was weird.
Was it impregnated?
We made it in literally we made it over the course of like a day or like 2 days. It was insane. Another year we made a trombone out of
trombone.
Yes, out of steel. And I like formed this bell. We formed this bell and TIG welded all this shit and did all this machining work so that you could play it. It was That's the kind of shit that we used to do back in the day.
The fun stuff.
Before I got into doing this kind of stuff again.
Fun.
It's all fun. It's just different kinds of fun. Different flavors of fun.
I like sweet fun. Sweet, delicious fun.
More of a savory guy.
I like it all.
I'm Barbie. You're Oppenheimer. I get
it. Wow.
Did you guys see Oppenheimer?
Nope.
That was they play music the entire movie. You remember in Batman? I mean, it's Nolan, so you could see where it comes from, but they would have that just background music to almost everything. Well, they did that through the entire movie, so they're doing nerd shit talking about math, and you're all tense because it's boom, boom, boom. What's gonna happen? Are they gonna blow up now? But great movie, man. The acting was crazy.
Good morning, Jay Santos.
Good morning.
That's an old one.
I like Cillian Murphy.
Me too.
Thomas Shelby.
That's the Wuthering Heights, not Wuthering Heights. What the fuck is it called? Something
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
28 days later.
28 days later.
He's also the Scarecrow in the Nolan Batman films.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping it on a Batman theme.
Oh, yeah, since he was a scarecrow.
He's what else is he in? Bunch of good shit. He's in Red Eye, where he plays a psychopath on an overnight plane, or like
Yeah.
intercontinental flight.
Yeah, he was in. I just saw him in something else. He was in Inception.
Oh, yeah.
He was like the one they were trying to inceptionize. I don't.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Devin just said that too. So it's like 28 months. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
What, 2 years?
an interview, and they were saying like
No.
it's not that far off from 28 years later, because the original movie came out in 99
So
or
long
2000
ago?
was
Yeah,
28 days
right.
later.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
like it could be 28 years later almost.
Right.
I hope they go like real sci-fi and all the fucking zombies have morphed into crazy shit. You know, the acid spitters and fucking boomers and shit. That'd be cool.
Julio wants a better Doom movie.
Yeah, I want Left 4 Dead. Let's fucking go. Screaming witches.
Did they do that? Did they do a Left 4 Dead movie?
No. Left 4 Dead movie? No. They did House of the Dead.
Yeah.
That was that on Netflix or something?
I don't remember.
Is that the one that had what's his name? The guy who plays in Guardians of the Galaxy? Batista?
Batiste. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember seeing it, but I remember
Left 4 Dead, the movie, is a short film from 2016.
I don't remember.
I never saw it. I know Valve didn't make it.
Too busy with Portal.
Fucking, they need to make a Portal movie. That'd be crazy.
Oh, come on. I mean, look, on IMDb, it got a 5.9 out of 10.
Not bad. The short
Need
film.
more zombies.
Yeah, it did.
More zombies. Well, they're gonna do The Last of Us 2. Last of Us 1 was dope. That was not a movie, but whatever.
Yeah, the show was great.
Yeah,
I don't call those zombies.
Huh?
I mean, they're zombie-like, but they're not zombies.
What do they call them? Clickers?
They're like parasites. Yeah, they do call them clickers.
No, it's a fungus, man. Fungus is what did it.
Yeah.
That was the creepiest part of that fucking TV show, is when that dude's talking about fungus. You're like, oh
Yeah.
no. Oh no.
Ooh, yeah,
So
Annihilation is good. I really liked Annihilation. I think I probably watched that 6 times or 7 times already. That bear zombie, dude. Yes.
Aren't they doing what was the movie with Will Smith? They're making a second one of that, right? After all this time.
I Am Legend.
I'm Legend, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm Legend was great.
Well,
I think they're making a second one. Yeah, well, depending on which ending you watched, right? Like they had both endings, one where he dies and one where he makes it.
No, I'm talking about the lady and her daughter or whatever get out with the serum and head to the safe.
Right, but then there was an alternate ending where he gets out as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I guess that's what they're going with.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, because he's in it.
Because Will Smith needs another paycheck.
Well,
Get my name.
He hasn't been working since he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
I'll be right back in a second.
I don't think he's made anything in a while. Like
that was the first time I've watched an award show and or had any interest in an award show in 20 years.
Same, dude.
I was like, can we do this every time?
I gotta see this.
Oh, yeah.
You saw Kevin Hart was making fun of him?
Yeah.
Funny, dude. He lost his goddamn mind. He didn't know what the fuck to do. Yeah, crazy just sneaks up on you.
It happens. Women will do that to you.
Just fucking tell me about it.
Oh, man.
You know, looking back on my past relationships, I'm glad I ain't married none of these bitches. Seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two I'll be okay with. But I'm so glad I didn't. So fucking glad.
You would have slapped the shit out of Chris Rock too.
In hindsight, shit. That's wild.
More water, more root beers.
Anyone
This
going
one's
to SCGMC
sugar.
this year?
I'm probably not.
I'm not, unfortunately.
Brandon's asking. Yeah, no, I'm not.
I wanted to.
I've
really
never
did.
been to California. I would love to go just to go, but
I haven't since like 2007, and yeah, and I want to as well. It'd be a good time.
where is it in California? Is it in LA or San Diego? San Diego?
I don't know.
Or is
Julio?
it in like some
San Diego.
It's in San Diego. Nice. San
Yeah,
Diego's a great town. That's where I went.
San Diego.
2007. I stayed in Encinitas.
I want to stay there for a while and head down to Tijuana.
That's what the guys, because I went there for a skate competition, and it was fun. Gravity Slide Fest 2007. So if you guys get a chance, check out Gravity Slide Fest 2008. Sorry, I'm in that video.
I'd like to see
but,
NorCal. Like,
I have family in NorCal. In Sonoma. Yeah.
I'd like to go up there.
My godparents are up there.
See like what's left of the redwoods. All three of them.
Right. Yeah, right. That would be kind of cool. Redwoods.
I'm gonna go see Jax Teller.
T-Short7 invited me to play Rocket League, a game I have never played and don't have installed on my console. I feel like this is a fake.
Cali is great. Yeah, I'd like to see it. I've never been.
Yeah,
the most of the
right,
West Coast actually. Like there's a whole a lot of it I've not seen. So I would like to see it. Seattle area or Washington, I guess. I don't know if would be nice too.
Yeah, I was out in Spokane, Washington, for a while. It was cool.
Spokane.
Over Thanksgiving, over a Thanksgiving weekend, long weekend. It was pretty cool.
Was it rainy?
It was cold. It was like snowed out like crazy there at the time. The year it was like 2000, 2001. Long fucking time ago.
Yes.
Yeah. All I can really remember is like we hung out. I didn't do shit except lay on couch, and my other homie Yell was laying on the other couch. Went there together. It's my buddy Saul's place, and all we did was smoke bong rips and watch anime for like 2 days straight, and then ate like a massive meal. And then on my way back, driving back, because we drove straight out there and then drove straight back, going through Colorado. On my way back, I got like food poisoning from eating like turkey that had sat out for too long or whatever. So just
dude.
like, yeah, it was a bad situation.
Yes.
Did you visit Leavenworth?
Leavenworth.
It's a little like alpine looking village. I actually know about that because they do a big Volkswagen car show there, or drive or something. I don't know this, but I seen it.
Spokane.
Matthias says, speaking of competitions, I'm thinking of going to the Minnesota IPMS this year. Kind of want to go with the Master Grade 00 in AV Unit 1 colors. What do we think?
I think you should wear a mask because these are turning into super spreader events.
So people did get sick from the nationals.
Yeah.
You know,
I was
what happens
thinking?
when you get people together.
Yo, Craig came from Australia
Okay.
to go to those nats and probably brought some shit back.
Hopefully not.
Spreading all over there again.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
not.
Dude.
I think that could be cool. You know,
And those colors, yeah.
Ava Unit 1 colors are dope.
Yeah. And it's got he's talking about the next comment. He says he want to compliment the green GN condensers, which makes sense. It's a good choice. In regards to that, make sure that your surface condition on your paint is super duper top notch. they're not going to really understand what they're looking at per se for what the model is as in regards to construction. So like with their current rubric for judging, they first start out with construction, and if they can see nub marks or they see scratches in your paint or if they see like obvious errors, make sure that you're like real tidy on the front end, and then that you do as best a job as you can on the paint job, and I think you'll do just fine. It's a good cool thing. Just got to kind of know the competition that you're going into. We have a podcast where we kind of talk about this a little bit coming up soon. It's next week, but look forward to it. The next podcast that's coming out, it's going to be good. And it's going to be good. I think I got to record. What's that?
Who hosted last one?
The one that is going to come up? Me.
You did, right?
Yeah, the one that's coming up in like not this week.
The one that just came out was last week was
Kile.
It was presentation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was Julio. Julio, you did the one that just came out.
Presentation?
Yeah, it was Julio did the presentation one. And I wanted Pabs to Photoshop his head on that weird person. Instead he photoshopped mine.
I mean it fit really well.
It worked. Well, yeah, it didn't at first. It was a little bit like there's a little bit of dissonance, or a little bit like it was a little washed out, like a little grayed out. But Pabs fixed it up because he's a wizard as well. Matthias says I'm just gonna have fun because I've always been listening to Built Sideways for the past. Only been listening. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good time. Don't worry about it. Let's see.
CW says we're in the surge right now because of the kids going back to school. Yeah. I think like at this point that's just going to be like the flu. Like it's flu season. People get the flu.
Yeah.
It's too late now to really do a whole lot about it.
Keep wearing that fucking mask.
Wear your face condom.
Yeah. Put your shit on. I don't want your air breathing my air.
Oh man.
At
the county fair? What county?
There's a county fair.
I don't know. Well, there are county fairs, yeah. Mm-hmm. A model competition, though. I've never seen that.
Devin's out there, though. Isn't he in Colorado?
Utah.
Utes.
Missoula.
With the
Missoula County.
Missoula. It's a big fair. Utah.
Hey, the Iowa State Fair just happened.
Oh, Montana.
Iowan. Montana. There you go.
Utah.
Damn. People, I've never met anyone from Montana. It's crazy.
Montana is very much different than Utah. Same trip when I went out to Spokane, Washington. We went through. we drove out, went to Colorado, swung through, picked up BC, went through Montana, right? And then right before we went to we were going to go across the pass. We stopped. It was like 6:00 at night. We'd started in the morning. We've been driving all damn long day long. And we're a bunch of alternative looking people. We got long hair down to our shoulders for sure, or we got dreadlocks, or a combination of both, or whatever, or weird art students and shit, baggy ass Jenkos because it was the style at the time, all this shit, right? And we pull off to fill the car up with gas. We're driving in a four-door Ford Escort. 4 of us pop out. Me and Elle go in to get coffee because we just drink coffee all the fucking time. 6:00 at night. Yeah, can we get some coffee? And so first we walk in, and it did not look like a gas station on the inside. It was I walked into somebody's office or something. It was weird, wood paneling on the walls and blinds, and there was a desk with this really weird looking old lady sitting behind it, and then her there was a young couple, which I assume was family members or something like that, or a relation of some sort. But literally the kid, the boy, the guy, whatever, had a fucking shirt with a rolled up sleeve with the fucking cigarettes in the fucking sleeve.
Wow.
Greaser. Looking like a fucking greaser, right? We stepped out of time. We were looking like a bunch of ravers from the year 2000. These guys are like in the 50s. So we go in there and we're like, yeah, can we get a cup of coffee? Like, do you guys have coffee to buy? And the lady's like, it's too late for coffee. Like, it's 6 o'clock in the evening.
It's too late for coffee, boys.
Yeah, exactly. So we're like, okay. So
Shit.
we dip out and we're like, can we use the bathroom? And she's like, no, you can't use the bathroom. We're like, okay, cool, thanks. We're gonna go then now. Bruce pays for the Dan D Machine pays for the gas. I'm telling you guys all this is a long story. Pays for the gas, and we go to leave, and we're like, dude, we gotta piss bad. So we pull off like before we go to get back on the on ramp to get back on the highway. We pull off on this little like rest stop area. We hop out, take a piss real quick, and off the beaten path. It's snowing. It's right before Thanksgiving. We hop back in the car, and the state patrol pops up and throws his cherries on behind us. They called the cops on us.
You boys
So
smoking weed?
So the cops. Well, yeah, but that didn't matter. So we didn't like.
Bunch of hippies just stopped in here.
Yeah, right. And so this cop comes by, and he comes and he takes all of our IDs and he runs all of our IDs to see if there's any open warrants or whatever on us, which there isn't because we're just a bunch of fucking college kids.
He had a computer.
Traveling. No, he calls it in. So we're there. We're literally there for like 25 minutes waiting for this cop to go and do all this shit. And he cross-checks our stories and double checks and all this stupid shit. And then we're free to go because we did nothing wrong and we just wanted a cup of coffee. Like literally just weird nerdy art students that look a little freaky trying to get a cup of Joe.
They were like, these crackheads came in and asked for coffee at 6 o'clock at night.
Dude, I know.
This boy looks like
So if anybody ever wonders why I'm always carrying a thermos or a travel mug or whatever of coffee with me everywhere I go, it's because I don't stop.
Yeah.
It was wild. Yeah, it was really weird, man. It was definitely like deliverance a little bit.
Deliverance.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well,
I want somebody to fucking misery me. Kathy Bates me.
Candace, get on it.
Candace, break my fucking ankles. Yo, that movie
man.
is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy Bates is crazy.
She's good at what she does.
She is.
Mateus is asking, also, I wanted to ask, going back to the Masquerade 00, what color type of paint should I use on the frame? I haven't painted a frame before.
With the colorway of the Evangelion, I would say like a dark gray.
Yeah. Yeah, go with a matte tone. I wouldn't go metallic.
Yeah. And little pops of color.
Especially if you go like with the actual tones of the Ava Unit 1. Like, not that it's just purple and green, because they're quite a bright purple and green as well.
Yeah, they are.
But as far as like what type of paint, just whatever you're using for the rest of it should be fine. I'm assuming you're airbrushing. I'm sorry. Like, maybe you're not. I don't.
Here we go. Devin says German gray.
Yeah.
And he's right. Yes, you're right, Devin. We were in that weird Montana, Idaho, Washington vortex area. Yeah. It was right before we went over the pass, right before we were just about to get out of Montana. It was really like.
People live in Idaho?
Yeah. Luckily, we passed through the skinny part.
Like 7 of them?
It's like, it's just like wide state that goes up into this real skinny thing where Montana goes over. We just like, run across it.
NATO
it was
flags
pretty nuts.
Shit.
It was pretty nuts when we went over the mountain. It was like, because we took off and we started going and we didn't have coffee, so like the rest of us start crashing out. D Machines driving, listening to some crazy techno blasting. It starts snowing like a snowstorm. He's like got like 15 feet of vision in front of him, like drifting the car and shit, while the other three of us are like knocked out. It was pretty rad.
Rattle cans. I got an airbrush recently, but haven't used it yet.
Okay. What kind of airbrush are you at? Yeah. Narrow and windy road. I use airbrush all the time.
Idaho. Man. I've never met anyone from Idaho, I don't think.
You gotta expand your network, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably I have, but maybe I guess they don't move to Florida. I don't know where they go.
Rattle cans are all right, but they're a little
It's gonna
wasteful.
it's gonna be a little thick on a frame too.
Yeah,
Rattle
yeah,
cans,
they can. It's they spray a lot of paint. You don't have any real ability to thin it down anymore if you want to thin it down anymore, like what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. So you just rewind the show and listen to the beginning.
Pretty mountains and lakes and lots of oh, okay.
Not what you expected, was it?
I see. That's where they made themselves home. What do you do in Idaho for like fun? I guess you go into the mountains and the lake. I don't know.
Potatoes and ranching.
They do each other and make weirdos.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. It's all the hills after Jersey. It's all the hills have eyes, dude. Like all of it. It's like Hills Have Eyes, Chicago, fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, California. That's the United States.
We went to Tennessee, and like what I thought Tennessee was gonna be like, and what Tennessee actually is was so different. Like we were like, hey, we got to stop at the grocery store. I'm like, great, fucking Piggly Wiggly. It's gonna have a dirt floor. Like, everyone's gonna have. Like Confederate flags on, and like most people, like, I don't know if I met anyone from Tennessee. Like they were all from somewhere else. They were super chill. The grocery store was like a freaking Whole Foods. I was like, what the hell is this?
Wow.
The only thing they were really adamant about was making their own booze, which I was like, okay,
that's fine.
My fermented shit.
Yeah,
and they do like everywhere, every liquor store I went to, they were giving like free shots away. They're like, "Hey, you want to try some moonshine?" I'm like, oh, "Okay." Yeah. How much? They're like, "No, it's free. It's free." All right, cool. We went to this crazy Irish pub, like in the middle of Tennessee, and the guy had like a menu of 150 imported Irish whiskeys. I was like, where the fuck did you get this from? Like, how did you get this here? He's like, I'm the only person in Tennessee with a nitrogen tap for Guinness.
Wow.
I'm like, why? Like, where did you get this from? Like, why are you in Tennessee?
No, man, the nitro is good.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I was happy, but I was like, this is not what I expected to find in Tennessee.
Yeah, this nice. Yeah, Missoula is pretty cool. Is it rad like the movie Rad? The ripping and the shredding?
Just went through West Virginia and the Appalachian area. It's exactly what you would picture. Ding, 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 ding.
Yep. West Virginia.
Kansas.
Something.
LOL. Geography with Julio. Yeah. It's an Iwata IS-35. An IS-35.
I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know. Yeah,
even the hills are missing teeth. Yes. Oh, shit.
Here's another cool look at that.
Awesome. IS-35 is an air compressor, no? That's what
maybe.
That's what it says on.
They have Google. A package deal?
I would guess, but I don't think the
it's a set, yes. I figured
it's an Eclipse G5. It looks like. Wait, no, sorry.
Your first
not an Eclipse G5
set is very good.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got an Eclipse and a little Iwata at use compressor.
It looks like I can't tell from. Let me see if I can find another.
It's pretty good. Worked really good for me for a while. You had to kind of get used to it because of the way that those at use compressors work. They only run a certain feed, so like when you first start spraying, it sprays really, really hard, and then it kind of like evens out to like a working
tapers.
Once you get used to working at the working rate, it's much easier to use. But you gotta keep working, or you gotta like have a little spot where you can spray a bunch of paint until the thing fucking chills out, and you can not a bunch, but a little bit of paint till it chills out, and you can use your regular?
It looks like it might be an HPCS. That's the one on Amazon that comes with the
Yeah, that's Eclipse.
HPCS. Oh, you're good, man. Like
Yep, Eclipse is great. I use it all the
that
time. I use it
brush
for Nate
will be good forever. So
right here.
yep, I have mine.
I have this one perma set up with the 0.5. I don't run the 3.5 in it. I only run 0.5, and I spray primers and clear coats and metallics with this airbrush. I need to get another airbrush specifically for metallics.
But the thing's a workhorse. Like you'll have it forever.
Yeah, it will. You should be able to. You may have to replace that little O-ring. I've had to replace it on both of my brushes at this point.
On
this little O-ring right here.
Yeah.
Between these two. Doesn't matter. They're cheap as heck. My next upgrade after I got the C or the after the Eclipse was this one, the HPC Plus.
Mm-hmm.
With that has the big cup because I like to spray a lot of paint. Right now it is full of white paint. So but it has the adjustable backstop and a finer tip, like better control. So that one is my main color gun, we'll call it. Now that I'm going on a tour. Harder Steenbeck is the race car.
That's the Ferrari.
Yeah.
I want one. It looks so pretty.
Yeah. That one's real good. And as a point, so I have a 0.5 in the Eclipse. I have a 3.5 in the C Plus, and that's a 1.25 in the Infinity. And I use that for doing like the tiniest little bit of modeling. Baller airbrush. It is kind of a baller airbrush, but I treated myself for Christmas last year or whatever, year ago, 2 years ago. Oh, I want a Neo as well. I think Pabs likes his Neo, doesn't he?
Yeah. Good brush.
Have you tried the Galeri Gahad 39 that Rinaldi suggests? No,
this is my Honda Civic. It's not a race car.
But is that a Badger or what is it?
Yeah, a Sotar 2020.
I have a Badger too.
With a 0.2 in there.
Nice. I got it. Remember when they were doing that sale?
Yeah,
it was like $50 for anything or something.
The other one I got the Patriot too.
Yeah,
that one says happy birthday on it.
The only thing I hate about it is the cup. The lid on the cup is like loose. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. I got a plastic cup.
Really, mine's metal and like
pops in there.
I don't know if can you hear that? Like
yeah, you hear how loose that is. That's not good.
No, it like pisses me off. I could I guess I could clear coat it so it's
or yeah, and then until you thin some paint.
It feels nice. It's a little heavier than the Iwata.
I've not used an Iwata.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Oh. Yeah.
Like that thing's like a fucking workhorse, dude. Like
the Patriot's a workhorse for me.
When so I used an airbrush before I got the Iwata. I used an airbrush once. It was in high school. I think it was one of the Aztecs. You're familiar with that brand? Anyone out there in TV land? They have different tips that you just plug onto the airbrush, and it's not dual action, it's single action. And I just used it like it was a spray can. Literally, I had no amount of savoir-faire or finesse or anything with it at all. But I did read a lot and I looked at shit. Like I wanted when I was young, I wanted Pache, I think they're called.
Pache.
Basically the same thing as the Eclipse that I got. They had was the ones at the Michael's Arts and Crafts that my mother worked at. She was a bookkeeper at a Michael's Arts and Crafts when I was an early teenager. They had one in their case or whatever, and I would just go and just stare at it and think like, oh man, that'd be so cool if I could get that airbrush. But then I would need a compressor and all this stuff, and it just seemed like such an insurmountable cost at the time.
I have an HP BCS. It's got like the bottom feed.
Oh yeah,
I've never used it.
A siphon feed.
Given to me.
Oh.
Yeah, my sister used it for makeup.
Yeah.
But I've never found a
Yeah.
need for it. I was gonna scavenge it for parts if I ever had a problem with my CS, because the only difference is it flips the cup up to the other side.
Yeah, the way the body's made.
Chris Collins says he needs a new cone and nozzle for his Awada, but you hate cleaning it. Yeah. Mateo said he got the setup from a homie of his, but he wasn't expecting to actually have a set for a couple of years, so he's rather nervous to even use it. Don't be at all, man.
Yeah. The sooner you like get into it and start using it and figuring out how it works. Like, I remember when I got my first airbrush, I got it before I was doing the small scale paint project. I was doing props, so large scale, full size 1-to-1s, and I fucking didn't know how to use it at all. I was terrible. I just like when I first did it, I first had it, I hooked it all up, put it all in, and I hooked all the hoses up to it and everything. And I was like, hey, I'm my airbrush, let's do this. Filled it full of paint, didn't thin the paint at all. Didn't think to adjust the needle. Just like turned it on and just went like everywhere. And I was like, this seems weird. I don't know if this is right. I think and I tried working with it, whatever, and I was like, this doesn't work very well. I was like, I don't know about this. And I like put it away. And I thought about it for like 2 days. I thought about like, oh man, what did I do? Did I waste my money on this? Like, why did I buy this? It's probably stupid. And I was like, why don't I just watch a quick video on YouTube about setting up your airbrush? And I watched like probably 1 minute and 35 seconds of that video, and I was like, I am an idiot. Let's do this again.
Yeah.
Why did I almost give up on this?
I think they're in general a lot more forgiving than rattle cans. Like,
oh yeah, a hell of a lot more.
Like rattle cans, like just the slightest too much touch and shit.
Yeah, you're stuck with shit ton of paint on a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Dawson.
Airbrushing is
hash. He loved his
economical.
hash. Yeah,
it's better for the environment. Definitely start airbrushing.
I can't really say because I'm spraying.
Yeah, if you're spraying lacquers. I'm saying spraying aerosol cans.
But I love the way they smell.
Florida shit.
Wow. Yeah, Florida man Paul over here. Jeez.
You need a mask?
Supposed to. Brandon has a couple Iwata Neos, gravity and siphon fed. I always want to upgrade, but could never really justify the cost, which is you have a growing family. That makes sense. You do need a better compressor, and I agree. It's always good to get a good compressor.
Yeah.
That's one thing that like I feel like it's important to spend decent money on.
Yeah.
If you have the space and you can handle if you have the space and you can handle the noise on it, Makita makes small capacity compressors that have built-in regulators on them, but you will need to get a hose adapter because it only has like certain size hose. It's not going to have the small.
Yeah, it's not made for
quarter inch. It's not quarter inch or whatever this is. Is this quarter or is this 3/16? 3/16 is smaller than quarter, so it's a much smaller. Yeah, and the other ones are 3/8 for like actual like hoses for air compressor shit. So, but they have good ones. They're low decibel. They're not designed for compress or for airbrushes, but you can dial them way down, and you can also add an extra inline on it. There you go. CB says use a Husky 3-gallon compressor. It probably just has a couple of different like regulators on it to dial it down, and a moisture check. Yeah, just have
the what is that? The TC20T or something like that.
Oh,
I forget who makes it. One? Master, maybe? No, yeah, maybe.
Master with the Booth brand company.
Yeah, but it comes with a water trap and regulator.
Right. Yeah, I have a fancy compressor because I wanted something that had capacity that would last a long time. I have the Iwata Studio Series Power Plus Pro. It is really fucking fancy. I bought this thing 5 years ago, and it is never going to quit. I had to replace the switch on it because I kicked it and broke it when I wasn't paying attention, and I just had to rewire a switch into it. It was really straightforward. But
I have to wire a switch into my my fan because my booth has like the toggle switch.
Oh,
but
no.
I just have the fan like just plugged into, like I have to unplug it and plug it back into.
Right.
Turn
on, turn off, yeah.
Yeah, so I just have to wire in a switch.
It's on your stadium, right? You have the theater. Or whatever, right?
Yeah, but I haven't wired in anything. Like I want to wire in the compressor and the
put all
light.
the toggle switches in. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, they're just. I have them here. Hold on. They're just.
I know. We talked about it like a year ago.
Blank. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
They're really nice, but they're also in. I think it's Korean, if I remember right.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice. Are they three-way switches or two-way?
Just two-way.
Okay.
So it's easy enough. I just have to actually do it.
Yeah, I know. It's just a matter of doing. I was like, I would, you know what? And if I didn't have a need, I needed to have the compressor going. So that's why.
Yeah. The compressor just has like a little switch on top of it, like a little toggle switch. But my blower, I don't. It's like that thing is like I went a little extreme on the exhaust fan.
You got a little high CFM.
Yeah, but you have to plug it in to make it work.
Paul turns it on, and the door in the room goes open.
Yeah, that's why I don't need to wear a mask.
Kids trying to walk by. And, whoa! Into the. Yeah, he's like, actually, I have to wear a hat to keep my hair back, otherwise it's all just the front. No, I have like ideas and a bunch of parts and shit set aside in an Amazon list for save later to make my own spray booth, but not in this current setup. I have to wait until the shed's more advanced, I think, for me to put something out there. Yeah. Right now, it's still a lot of storage and not a lot of hospitality.
You got to put 5G in there, and then all hospitality comes.
When years down the road, when things have normalized a bit more and I can do certain things, I will. But until then, it is all just talking. It's all just talking. Talking's free. It's a good thing.
Truth.
Thomas Staten wants to know what dimensions does he set a 3D printer to for 1144 parts? I could not help you with that.
I don't know that one.
I would know.
All right, so
7.
You got to measure it. And I don't know if Cheeto Box still measures stuff, but it's a lot of math, dude. I don't know if you want to do that. I'm sure there's a YouTube guide. You got to measure it. It's a lot of measuring.
I don't know.
In a 3D space.
I haven't. I can scale shit, but I do everything analog. So
I have not used a 3D printer. I'm super interested in them, but I just haven't
gotten
around to that.
I too am interested in. Kyle was supposedly going to send me one years ago, like in the middle of pandemic or whatever. He was going to send me one. It's not going to happen. I don't think they're just fine.
No,
it reminds me. I think Jeff actually posted in the Build Sideways Discord of the head that he's been 3D printing for.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Check it out.
157 days.
It has been allowed.
That man is crazy. Madman.
Every time I press Discord on my fucking phone, it's like, please log in.
Why?
No idea.
Man.
And then when I do...
If you guys only knew a 3D modeler who does it for a living. Yeah, I mean, I wish.
Yeah, make tabs do the math for you if you want.
It'd be great if we did. Did Jeff take a picture of a picture and send it to us?
I don't know, man. Because he's blurry as hell.
Oh, remember? I think he told us that he has like some kind of monitor, like a baby monitor or something set up in there so that you can watch it 3D print.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
But I think that's what it
that's
is.
literal the resolution. That is not blurry. That is
Mm.
It looks
resolution.
dope as hell, though.
Yeah, it's like super duper pixelated. It looks like he made it on that old like Mario Paint.
He used his Game Boy camera.
There you go. Yeah, look at that. It's all done. Like you could turn that into a cross stitch pattern if you wanted to.
And that's 1-to-1 in his place.
1:6. The 1:6 scale.
That's
Venom
fucking
head.
huge.
Huge.
Insane.
God damn.
My work just got stuck with bamboo branch. I get to open it and set it up in a week. Nice. Cool.
Is that good? Bamboo brand?
I don't know.
Sounds cool.
Any 3D printer is cooler than no 3D printer.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, it's
I
just
wish I knew
understanding-
someone who does 3D printing for a living. I would ask them.
I know of some people.
Yeah, there's a couple people out there, man.
Yeah. I'll have to reach out.
I mean, you should just get one.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the space.
You gotta throw some shit out.
Too many kits.
I'm not throwing anything out. At first I was thinking about getting one and setting it up in the garage, but I didn't know if it would get too hot in there and cause any kind of issues.
Yeah, that's my deal too, because I would have to run it in the shed.
Yeah. And like it's Florida, it's like 117,000 degrees out right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
It's not
sure
gonna
you
get
could
any less.
cook an egg on the asphalt outside my house at 1:00.
Because of the crazy heat waves we've had from all the weirdness in the weather. Pretty crazy.
Apparently the bamboo is great.
Oh, cool.
Okay, cool. Awesome, then.
Spank-based.
Sweet.
Cool. Hey,
Print some shit.
creeping freely for you too. In a minute, Edward Leonard as well. Everybody's coming out of
man.
What's going on, everybody?
Fantastic.
Good to see.
I had entertained notions of painting more tonight. I don't think that's gonna happen. Which is
Nope.
I assembled. The binders are
Binders.
assembled, so I'll
Nice, dude.
work on. I was thought about doing pin wash and decaling, but nope.
Hmm.
I'm not doing it.
I might actually paint some later on because I have all this paint sitting in the airbrush and I want
Gotta
to.
get used.
Got to use the white.
Oh my god.
Hey, Jeff, I was just showing off your picture. Your Mario
Oh,
paint.
there he is.
Picture.
Yeah, man.
Got some kits on the way for me and my BF to build and paint.
What kids you get?
BF.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, she out there doing things with her body.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
man.
don't know what
You gotta have a.
the traditional what that stands for. I was like, we can build one of those.
Yeah. We should have another Robo Dojo on a Tuesday when we're not doing podcasty things.
Yeah, I do.
Get the Robo Dojo crew going.
Yeah, that's the baby monitor that I watch. Yeah, I thought so.
Watch.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You can build one and paint it.
Ooh, an Ariel and some Haros. Of course, Haros. How? What else?
More Haros. I want that 1/100 aerial.
You know, she keep that thing on her.
There's no space for it, Paul.
I'm gonna do it. USA Gundam store had it, and like it sold out in half a day.
Yeah,
Wait, what was this?
the Ariel.
Oh.
1/100 Ariel. I don't think he'd say no. I don't.
Paul's lost.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Do it.
Whatever he's down for, you know. You don't have
But
to
you have
convince him.
Haros?
him
Yes,
up.
Chris. This guy, Chris Collins, with the funnies.
Yep.
Anyone heard from Tim lately? Yes.
Uh-huh.
We hear from Tim pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He is working on getting his shit together. It's complicated and time consuming.
He's smoking crack now, guys.
He is
Sorry.
not
Kicking little
smoking.
kids off of his lawn.
Yeah, he's just
He is probably kicking little kids off of his lawn.
screaming at little kids.
Stop TikToking me and get off my lawn.
You know what I can go for right now? Big bowl of chili.
Wow.
Just
What?
fucking beans and delicious juices.
It's hot as fuck. What are you talking about?
It's hot. You can enjoy hot food in hot weather.
Yeah, I drink hot coffee, like only. So
So
I was like,
did you see the picture of that woman who got hit with the chair out in what was it, Alabama at that yacht club shit?
oh
Yeah.
Yo, her fucking face, dude. Her nose looks wild.
Oh, she get fucked up from it?
Yeah, she got hit by
Yeah.
a chair.
I
in the
know.
face.
Well, I know that, but like, I don't know if she got how badly she got, worked. Pretty bad, I guess.
It looks worse.
Oh, I thought that was a
It looks
joke.
like she's got frostbite on her nose and it's gonna
I
fall
thought that shit
off.
was a joke. They put the fucking next to Lady Fairchild.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, Captain Kangaroo is rolling over in it. Or not Captain Kangaroo. It's fucking Mr. Rogers.
Mr.
Mr. Rogers is
Rogers.
rolling. The King of Make Believe is rolling over in his freaking grave.
Muppet
Shoot.
nose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Brandon says he's with you, Julio. He makes a mean bowl of chili with Fritos.
Yeah, go make some fucking chili. Coming over.
We got the pepper plants going at the spot.
Shit, fuck yeah.
They are starting to pepperize. My first cayenne turned red. I have a bunch of those. Only one habanero so far this year, though. I'm really kind of disappointed. I was hoping for more.
Trying to get dumplings. That's what's up.
What?
What kind of dumplings?
Vegan, vegetable.
What?
That's what Candace
Can't-
does not partake in the consumption of things with the face.
Well, they take
So
the
she
face
doesn't
off
eat-
for you
Look,
before you.
So she doesn't eat. She doesn't eat clocks, right? She
No.
doesn't eat watches.
No.
You know.
Oh,
Pupusas.
shit. Yo, she got her a Spanish boyfriend.
Yo.
told He's eating the papooses.
They're going Jeppel egg. They're all yellow and not very hot. I think
She wants to paint them like one of her French girls.
Brandon, it sounds like you have banana peppers. That's
Nah, he's white. Boo.
I mean, it's New Hampshire. So I was hoping you found the one like Spanish dude in all of New Hampshire.
in
Nah.
all of New Hampshire.
Yeah, I've never heard one like Puerto Rican family being like, "Yeah, we're moving to New Hampshire."
No, Connecticut is as close as they get.
Yeah,
It
Connecticut.
stops at Connecticut.
No, they're not banana peppers. They're some sort of hybrid. Yeah, banana peppers are good. We got a banana pepper plant this year that's finally kicking off some banana peppers. I guess I should say be
Are
considered. 'Cause
I was
last
just
year
gonna say, I didn't know like banana peppers. I thought banana peppers were like some other type of pepper that they pickle, and we just called them banana peppers.
Pickle.
Nope, nope. The variety that I have are actually Bananarama.
Bananarama.
Is the variety, the cultivar of banana pepper.
Pickle.
Yeah, vegetarian. But like, what kind of dumplings though? Like soup dumplings or like?
Oh, word.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy for you. That's fucking awesome. She out here in love. You see this woman smiling. It's wild. Good shit, man. Good shit. Another Megan.
Oh,
My
right.
Spanish boyfriend.
You mean Megan?
Megan.
Megan. Megan is that guy on The Walking Dead that beats people with a fucking
That's
barbed wire
Negan.
baseball.
Megan.
Same thing.
Megan is from Key and Peele skits, where he's like, "Megan, come on, get in the car." And she's like, "No." Megan, come on.
He got me the IKEA shark. I don't know what that means.
There's a shark from IKEA.
I don't know what that is.
Like
Yeah,
a stuffed
no
animal,
idea.
or like is like
Is that like a TikTok thing?
it's like a desk or a lamp.
It's a little shark, dude.
But like, what does it
like
do?
A plushie. It's just a
Oh, a
shark.
plushie. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Plushie.
What does it do?
Swims.
Or
And
what
eats
does it
things.
do?
I ordered two.
You got to kirk it.
I really, really like these like gaggles of colored spoons that I'm starting to collect, guys.
Green spoons.
I really like the black moto with the candy green. Like the depth of coloring, it's really
Which
nice.
one? Oh, the with the lime candy from Alpod? Yeah. That's these ones.
Just the typical steamed one. Those are still good. I like steamed dumplings too.
Yeah, dude.
It's real smooth. That
Yeah.
moto goes down so very, very, very smooth. The Alpod one is good too. Excuse me, it's good too, but it has more tooth. You can tell it looks more like candy.
Yeah.
You can see the little flakes and shit in it. If it'll let me focus on
Sent
it.
it to.
We did the
Sharks.
IKEA shark. Now my sciatic is agitated. You aren't supposed to bend that way.
Oh, now that makes a lot more sense. So everyone's like, "Oh," I was like, "What?" Got it. It's an actual shark. Got it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought it was like, like there was like a Swedish word for shark, but it was really like a desk or a lamp or a fucking bunk bed or something.
It's a giant ass stuffed shark, Paul. Okay.
I didn't know they made those at IKEA.
I don't know.
Is that what they make the meatballs out of? Because it's not real meat.
They're shark. Yeah, shark.
They're
meatballs.
shark meat.
Yep.
That shit's like
Great.
going to. It's the equivalent of going to like Peter Luger's in the city. Here's your fucking IKEA shark.
Having been to Peter Luger's, that's wild.
What I like about IKEA, my favorite part about IKEA is the arrows on the floor. I just love the order. I'm like, why can't every fucking store just have arrows on the goddamn floor?
Point me in the
you
right
can only go
direction.
down one way on the aisle. You ever go to Costco? That shit gives me anxiety. Like, there's just people everywhere.
Everywhere. It's
You ever
crazy.
driven the wrong way down a road before, Paul? You ever drive diagonally
I
across the
hate
parking
it.
lot?
I hate it. I like order.
In Iowa, man, I used to do some reckless ass shit. I was once young and stupid.
I want some fucking meatballs now. Thanks, IKEA.
Swedish meatball
Thanks.
Babs is very short.
in your chili.
Yeah. 16 months is already half my height, says Curtis. Parker's only a foot and a half tall.
He's only a couple of years away from some parkouring.
Parkour.
It's gonna be great.
Parkour.
This man watching from an air traffic controller. Airport, bro. You should do your job. Remember that scene from Breaking Bad? I'm 436 months. How late does IKEA stay open?
I don't.
They gotta be closed by now. It's 11 p.m.
Yeah, I don't think they're open. Then again, if you told me they were open like 24/7, I wouldn't be that shocked.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you need a 2 a.m. desk, like, where do you go?
Definitely need a desk at 2 a.m.
Fuck, I need a lamp.
Babs is 436 months old. All right.
He's a baby.
Still talking about him in months, I guess.
Hey, Google, how many years is 436 months?
436 months is equivalent to 36.333 years.
Oh, shit. On the
Oh.
money.
Old fuck.
Hey, Google, how many years is 24,360 or 36 weeks old?
Sorry.
I fucked it all
don't
up.
have any information
I know, I
about
fucked
that.
it up. It was a big number.
24,336 weeks.
Yeah. My eyes crisscrossed them. Hey, Google, how long in years is 24,336 weeks?
24,336 weeks is equal to 466.718 years.
Wow. Holy shit.
Oh, I think you might be lying.
Jeff is way past 500 months old.
Hey, Google, 500 months is like, what? 50 something? No. That's 100. No. My brain's braining. Hey, Google, how long in years?
Julio,
is 100
Julio.
months? Nah, dude. Google's
41.6.
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
41.6. I am more than
Shut up.
500 months.
Shut up.
Remember
I am-
24-hour businesses Pepperidge Farm remembers?
Of course. I am more than 500 months old.
I am less than 436 months old.
I'm like 200 months.
200 months?
Nah, it's probably like 300 and something.
Math. I thought it was maths.
Maths. Quick math.
Maths.
Quick maths.
I don't know. I didn't know there was multiple math.
Quick maths.
Maths.
Julio, you're 444 months.
Fuck that noise.
Aren't you 37?
I'm 39, dude.
You're 39? Oh, then you're way older than that, brother.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
COVID messed me up. I forget how old everyone is now. 468.
Fuck my
468.
life.
I'm
Holy
5'16", so.
shit. That's some old shit. Old people shit. I'm just gonna retire now.
You had a good run, you know?
Yeah, listen to the Bee Gees, fucking dance in my living room. I get some fucking dumplings, bro. It's New York. There's a dumpling place open right now.
Oh yeah, there's definitely 24-hour dumplings.
Let's get it. New York City.
I would get the soup dumplings.
You're a soup dumpling.
I love soup dumplings.
Mr.
Or
Bao,
gyoza.
Midnight Express.
Ooh, bao buns.
Yeah, dude. Number one Chinese.
Wait, that's the
Shanghai
name-
Xiao
that's-
Long Bao.
Like that's the name of the restaurant, or it is the number one Chinese?
It's the name of the restaurant. Yummy Chinese. Wonderful Asian restaurant.
I would trust more if someone was like number 5 Chinese. Like, all right.
Oh, this place
He's
is called
honest.
Fat Dumpling.
Fat.
Fat Dumpling.
Hmm.
Chow King.
Have I had fat
Everything's
dumpling?
starting to hurt.
I
Yeah.
haven't had fat dumpling before.
Shanghai soup dumpling.
I used to go to.
There you go. There it is. Soup dumplings.
They're gonna get cold by the time they get here.
Yeah, that
Yep.
does suck. Yeah, I would agree. I agree.
Yeah, they're no, you can't do that. You gotta eat them there.
Yeah, you almost have to either get like bao buns or steam.
Yeah, crab soup dumpling.
Ooh.
Shit, places that I used to go for dim sum probably aren't even open anymore.
Crystal
Yeah.
shrimp, chicken feet, and black bean sauce.
Shumai.
Tell us how you really feel.
Feet and black bean sauce. Oh my
Ow.
god.
Yeah, barbecue pork vows. Do it.
Pork bao.
Do it for me because I can't get those. Because they're not
steamed
around
custard
here.
Bun. Ooh.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Puffy bao. buns.
Taco yaki. Is that the one on the stick?
No, those are the little octopus balls.
Ah,
Those are awesome.
yeah. Sashimi. Ooh, tuna. And they got sushi.
Oh, dude, it is still around. Namwa.
Shit. We about to go there.
No, they're close. Right now. Namwa.
We got Chinese.
Sindolita.
Yeah,
Sindolita, will you?
probably number 3 in town at least.
Just go to the Williamsburg Bridge, right? Walk across the Williamsburg Bridge. Keep going until Delancey Street turns into Kenmare, and then on the south side of the road is a fucking amazing dim sum spot. It's still there.
Dim sum?
Or
Namwa.
get someone to deliver it for you.
Yes.
Or- No, it is fucking super good. It's actually a
straw?
crazy. It's a crazy old converted like subway entrance for like old train entrance. So like part of it is like a wooden like front like storefront with like an
That's
old
fucking
school like tile and like almost like a soda fountain kind of bar like spot. And then they broke through the wall and there's like subway tiles and like they have this other area that's like seating. It's really crazy. But it's literally like you order on the fucking card and then they
Yeah.
burn it around.
Bring you your
It's-
shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Brandon wants a strawberry shake and some Neapolitan pizza.
I bet you they don't make Neapolitan good where you are. I bet you that shit is trash.
Here's what Paulie wants.
Yeah. I want the one with chicken feet and black bean sauce.
Oh! It's so nasty.
Yep, that's it. I want those things.
Yep. That's
With a
fine.
scallion pancake.
Tight. Spot is tight.
Ooh, pineapple fried rice.
That is good too.
Shit.
Does it come in the half pineapple?
I don't know.
Otherwise, I don't want it. And
I
it
don't know.
doesn't even make any fucking sense, but I don't want it. Great. What am I going to do with half an empty fucking pineapple now?
Oh no, it's open. Yeah, it's open.
Brandon makes his own Neapolitan pizza
Oh, that shit is trash.
in his pizza oven.
Really?
I don't know.
Why?
What?
Neapolitan is good. It's
No, it is.
Yeah, but
It's
like to make a
tough
real
to make, though.
Neapolitan, it's got to be it's like what, like 700 degrees or something like that.
or it has to like basically has to like deep fry in oil in the pan almost, right? And like
No,
like
Neapolitan's
like
like high heat real fast.
because the ones that I saw were like mad doughy, like thick crust.
No,
And
no,
like lots
Neapolitan's
of
like the crust is puffy, but the middle of the pizza's thin.
interesting.
Yeah, look
100
there, you said
degrees.
900
Cooked
degrees.
in
I know
under-
it's like it's crazy high and it cooks, like a couple of seconds.
That's fancy.
And it's traditional, like just tomato sauce and cheese and maybe a little
Gotcha.
basil.
God,
Sure.
they got the okonomiyaki.
Okonomiyaki.
Okonokomokoyakis.
Those are fucking good. Those are those pancakes.
Yeah, dude, I might just get
Oh
one.
yeah.
Holy shit.
With the Japanese mayo, the Kewpie mayo.
Goopy. Fuck. All right, you got me. One of those, please.
Fantastic.
Yeah, get some takoyaki too. Get some balls. You need them.
You're a ball. I'm sorry, Paul.
That's all right.
Fools.
Oh, shit. Oh, and they got the Korean style corn dog.
Oh shit! With the cheese
All
in
right.
it.
Dude, with the cheese on it.
Detroit style.
What?
This
I
is
thought
bullshit.
that-
I can't get any of those things here, by the way.
So
No,
that's
I'm
actually
sorry.
Detroit style is a little different too. I hear what you're saying though, Brandon. The one that I'm thinking of is different. There's a pizza company that was around. There was a spot in the Lower East Side, and then there was another spot on Grand Street in Williamsburg that they had like special ovens, and they did this special thing. It was on Food Network. It was fancy looking. I really wanted to go there. They shut down.
It might have. Well,
Before I got a chance
there
to.
is like in traditional Italian cooking a fried pizza.
But it's not
And
fried. It's
not
like,
fried.
yeah, it's just like I'll have to look it up and share it in different channels or whatever. Well, I'll figure it out because it's a specific thing. But the company's not even around anymore, so it doesn't fucking matter. Shitty part about it was I worked like 3 blocks from them while they were open for like more than a year, and I could have just went there. It was been very easy, but I didn't know.
Fuck.
Anyway, I think this is gonna call it. We're gonna call this one. A couple hours in, great live stream conversations to have. We talked a little bit about model making, shared some good tips, talked a lot
Yeah.
about great airbrush stuff. Do you guys have anything you want to share to like what's going on or plug or anything like that? Or
Hope you guys have a great tomorrow.
Yeah. Julio's
There you
balls
go.
are on the way.
Thanks. We mentioned this evening on the stream. We mentioned the Built Sideways podcast Discord. You can join the Discord, no problem. If you want to come chat with us there, it's a pretty cool community. There's a lot of people talking, and you can find that on the Built Sideways Instagram page, and there'll be links to various things from that bio. So if you also if you need a link to it, you can hit up me or Julio or Kyle or Chris, and we will give you a link as well. So thank you guys for joining me on the stream, and thanks for hanging out, everyone in the audience and people that are watching this in the future. Seeing you next Thursday, another workbench. Have a good night. Bye.